We're going to go ahead and get started. So today we're going to go over biology semester 1, 2.1.1 characteristics of life. And we're just going to go ahead and get started on that. And then since this is a really small group, at the end, I will go ahead and open up the floor for questions. And it does not have to be about this. It can be about any of your other classes or any of your other science classes or anything else that you need help with. And if I don't know the answer, I will find an answer for you. Okay, so the first question is, explain how a tree is considered living if it doesn't move. So does anybody have any insight on that? You can also put it in the chat message. Anybody have any idea? Okay, well, why is a tree considered living? Well, a tree is considered living because it is going to be taking in oxygen, and it's going to be, oh, we lost somebody. Okay, so a tree is considered living because it is going to be taking in carbon dioxide from humans, and it's going to be giving off oxygen in a process we call photosynthesis. It also has living organism to it because it takes in water, and it's going to be doing all of those things that are going to be considered to be alive. It is made up of cells, which also makes it alive. And the reason why it doesn't move is because it does not move. It is going to be a producer. It does not hold on and have to go get its food. It's going to make its own food. So we consider a tree to be living, okay? The second question is, use the image and decide what is living and what is non-living in this environment. Make 2 columns, living and non-living, and list at least 3 items for each. Okay, so I want you guys to help me out with this. So let's do living column and let's do non-living column. Okay, so any ideas for living? What is living? Let's just start with that. What in this picture is living? We can zoom it in a little bit. Anybody want to participate? Ooh, we got a chat. Let's see. Okay, fish. Yes, absolutely. Fish are living. So we will add fish. What else do we see that is alive and maybe not moving? Plants, absolutely. That is awesome. What else do we see that is going to be living in this picture? I see some sort of bird over here. So I'm gonna say the bird is living, okay? And so those are some good living ones. Okay, now let's go to non-living ones. What do we see in here that is non-living? These are things that are not gonna have characteristics of life. Rocks. That's the first one I thought of too. So yes, rocks. Rocks are non-living. Rocks. And what about the water? Is the water living? I'm going to say the water is non-living. The air is non-living. Okay. The sun is non-living. All of these things are non-living. So that gives us our compiled list that we need. And so basically those are the things that make something living or non-living. If we want to go back to here, this is going to tell us what is the characteristics of life. It has to be made up of cells. It has to have these living things made up of chemicals. It has to get energy from taking in or taking out. It has to be able to respond to its surroundings. It has to be able to grow and to develop, and it has to be able to reproduce in some way. So this is the thing, these are the things that cause something to be considered alive. And we call them the characteristics of life. So they can be from single-celled organisms to organisms like a human being. All right, now that was kind of short, but I feel like it was hopefully helpful. Now, does anybody have any questions for me about this lesson or about any other lesson in biology or science that I can help you with? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what the chat says. Do you do astronomy? I do not teach astronomy, but I can help. If you have a specific question, I may be able to assist you. If not, I can get you to someone who does. Go ahead and try and ask. Did you have a question specifically, Emily, about astronomy? All right, well, I'm not hearing any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you do think of any questions and you need help, you can always reach out to me via chat, or you can email me at jenna.harper@graduationalliance.com.